Hey guys, welcome to the video. Salt here. Today I'll be going over the melee, the Bo Prime Incarnon. For anyone who doesn't know me yet, I'm an LR5 with over 6,000 hours in the game, and my goal is to provide builds and guides for people to have an easier time in Warframe. Okay, let's start. The Bo Prime itself doesn't really have anything unique about it, so let's talk about its Incarnon. When in Incarnon form, you'll get plus 100% melee damage, plus 4 melee range, plus 50% heavy attack efficiency, plus 20% sprint speed, and plus 20% to bullet jump. Now, we'll go over the Incarnon evolutions after, but I just wanted to mention one of them because it does affect how we mod the melee. Let me switch to it here. The fourth evolution choice we'll be taking is called Absolute Dominion, and it increases our base status chance by a huge plus 30%. So what does this mean? Well, normally melee influence works fine with just using electric on the build. It does massive AoE damage with the electric, and we'll still get to keep our crit damage mods on. But since this weapon with Weeping Wounds will be at about 374% status chance, we really do want to add at least something else to be carried over with influence. Now, normally, this would require us to give up crit damage mod slots to fit. However, I want to point to this weapon's above average attack speed. Now, of course, this is with one of the mods on, but without the mod on, it's above average. And this means we can afford to not run Berserker Fury like we usually do, and run one of the weaker attack speed mods. And very conveniently, the mod Magnetic Rush not only gives us that attack speed, but also an element that influence can carry. And also quite conveniently, it's one of the best elements to be carried by influence, which is magnetic. All of this, and we don't have to remove any crit damage mods on our weapons like other weapons would do if they wanted influence to carry more than just the electric. Okay, I think we can start with the build now. Voltaic Strike for the 60/60 electric. This is used to consistently proc our arcane. Galvanized Steel for crit chance and crit damage. Organ Shatter for crit damage. Gladiator Might for crit chance and crit damage. Condition Overload for flat damage. Magnetic Rush for attack speed and magnetic. Blood Rush for 440% crit chance. And Weeping Wounds for 440% status chance. In the stance slot, you have two options. You have Flailing Branch and Clashing Forest. Now, Flailing Branch has by far the best forward light combo, doing almost twice as much damage as Clashing Forest's forward light. It also has great forward movement. And Clashing Forest, the neutral light and neutral block, are the highest DPS combo between both stances, but they do lack a good forward movement. And so for this reason, I'm going to be using Flailing Branch, utilizing its forward light combo. In the Tennokai slot, Dreamer's Wrath or Disciple's Merit are the best DPS options, but on this specific weapon, I personally like Dreamer's Wrath slightly better. And in the Arcane slot, of course, we're going to be using Melee Influence. Alright, finally, let's go over the evolutions. The first evolution is that you've just unlocked it, congratulations. The second evolution will depend if you're actually using this as a proper melee weapon. If you are, then Stalwart Oak is the obvious pick for just plus 4 more damage, since in a proper melee build, combo gain and combo duration don't really matter since you're always at times 12 combo anyway. But if you're using this as more of a secondary weapon and only switching to it randomly, then the combo count gain of Swordsman Flourish could be the best. The third evolution will be Swordsman's Clarity for plus 20% passive movement speed. It's hard to compare possible DPS values of plus 20% movement speed versus this other option here with the 0.5 more range. But just remember, when you're in Incarnon form, you'll be at 7 range total already. So I'm going to just guess here that the plus 20% movement speed will equal more potential DPS than just another 0.5 range. And in the fourth option, this is an easy pick. For the absolute dominion option for the plus 30% base status chance. This is how you build out the Bo Prime Incarnon. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing for future content. And so I'll leave you with about 5 minutes of gameplay showcasing the weapon. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Alright, bye.